Okay, so yes, the long story. So the reason why I'm trying to intentionally gallop. So naturally, my tapping style, I actually do gallop already, but I gallop in the opposite direction. So if you watch the key overlay, okay, I can't even do it intentionally, but basically, my index finger would hold down for a lot longer than like my index finger. Or wait, my index would hold down a lot more than my middle. And then my middle would sometimes just not go down at all. Like basically, my index finger moves fine, and then my middle finger would just like freeze sometimes, like this whole part of my hand. So what I'm trying to do is balance out, or I need to get my middle finger to actually move. And so I realized that like whenever I would gallop naturally, it would be like my middle finger, it would be like middle and then index for a long time, and then middle and then index. And I was like, okay, you know what? I need to, if I can figure out how to do the opposite, then maybe it'll cancel out. And so I've been trying to gallop in the opposite direction. And if you look at the key overlay, really all I want is for the both finger key taps to last the same amount of time. And then eventually I put it together. But it just helped. I just need to really practice moving, literally just moving this part of my hand, like my middle finger for the most part, but then like the rest of my hand's kind of connected to it. But then, yeah, that's pretty much the story. So I've been practicing that, and I found that when I force myself to gallop in the opposite direction of what I typically do, it like strains like stamina wise, it strains like the certain part of my forearm that should be getting strained when training stamina. But it typically doesn't reach like that part of my, like I end up usually when I play stamina, it's like the index finger side of my arm is what like develops stamina, and then like this middle finger side of my hand, like an arm, don't really get much better at stamina. So but like when I train stamina like this, but then that's why like my score looks really ugly, because I'm like intentionally galloping. But okay, listen guys, okay, this is not about the score. This is about improving stamina and just becoming the greatest stream player of all time. Like my tapping technique is so like fundamentally like needs fixing, like of this kind, that like I'm pretty sure this helps. Like this feels like it really helps. So I've been practicing like this, and I'm pretty sure I have experimented with so many different ways to like improve my middle finger tapping, and this has definitely been working. So I'm just gonna keep doing it, and then hopefully eventually I'll actually be able to stream and like not have to worry about my tapping technique anymore. But yeah, that is the story. So that is why I've been practicing galloping in the opposite direction of what my hand naturally does. My hand naturally gallops middle index, which actually was really hard to figure out. Like whenever I would gallop, it's just like you can't even tell which finger is leading. But I think I like watched a replay or like listened to the key taps or something like watched a replay in slow motion or something. And then I realized like, oh shoot, okay, I gotta do it in the opposite direction. And then like I am just gonna be so good at this game. So yes, that's the story. Let's see. Whether or not it'll help for you, maybe it will. I know some people have this have a similar problem, but it's their index finger that doesn't go down. Like actually when I tap with my left hand, then sometimes that actually happens. But yeah, anyway, that, yeah. Also, another thing I've been trying to do is just practicing single tapping everything with my middle finger. Because like naturally I single tap with my index, so my index finger gets a lot of practice moving up and down, and my middle finger does not. My middle finger would really only go down on streams or like alternating stuff. But if I just practice literally just moving my middle finger up and down and pressing the key and letting go, okay, yeah, that's all.